My name is Gadi, BenMark. I'm with GiftedSpeech. That's a company that I started about a year ago. The reason I started the company was because I started to take Chinese at NYU in preparation for a trip to China. And there were 15 of us in the class, all Caucasian, all you would imagine, I would not refer to ourselves, as academically challenged people. And yet Chinese was such a challenge for us to learn the basics of, because of the four tones of Mandarin Chinese. All 15 of us were struggling for hours, with these very simple things, to be able to listen for the difference between ba, and ba, right? The professor would say these four different words, but to us it sounded like he said the exact same word 4 times. Pronunciation is really about forming muscle memory in the mouth. So as children, we train our mouth to pronounce the sounds that we can hear in the environment. And we can pronounce any sound, any human sound that we hear in the environment. Once we reach puberty, it sets, okay? And it sets for life. It becomes very difficult to acquire additional sounds afterwards. That leads to the next question. If you need to teach these sounds to kids, how do you do that? And that's where our methodology kicks in. That's where we have a patent pending. We basically boil it down to the sounds that are most useful in the world's most useful languages that are not shared by English. Okay, if we're talking a program for American kids. And when it comes to Spanish, really all that you need to teach is about 5 sounds. 5 sounds for a child is a very simple undertaking, because a child on average learns 60 new words every single week, okay, until the early 20s, okay? So for them to learn just 5 additional sounds in words is a very simple undertaking. They don't even notice that they're doing it. So we introduce kids to these sounds through real words. We don't have kids sitting there and doing gibberish. There's no just roll your R, for the sake of, rolling it. It's all in real words, useful words that are useful in a child's world, that we introduce the child to through a set of animated videos. We make them age appropriate. So for the 4 to 6 year olds, which is the youngest group that we're dealing with, it's all about cartoon characters celebrating birthday parties. They celebrate a birthday party in Mexico, they celebrate a birthday party in China, they celebrate a birthday party in Paris. We do weave in some cultural lessons that expose the children to the differences in culture and make them culturally sensitive. So for example, we pause and ask the child when the birthday bunny greets his guests, how is he going to greet them if they're in Mexico? Are they going to shake hands? Are they going to bow their heads to each other? Are they going to kiss on the cheek? And it varies by culture. Then as the last step, we'll let them record themselves. So the system says a word that embodies this new sound, and then the child listens to the word and records themselves saying it, and then they can play it, the model and the child, back to back, and children can tell the difference. There's a couple of ways. First of all, on our own website, which is GiftedSpeech.com, you can read all about the educational background and the research. We have a terrific advisory board of industry experts, both linguists as well as directors of education, people with expertise in online child education. You can also go to our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/GiftedSpeech, where you can sample the product a little bit and you can participate in the conversation about it. You can read the commentary. You can read how people relate their own experiences as adults struggling with accents in different places.